1,000. Ah.
So I just landed yesterday in Hong Kong. I arrived pretty late, actually at midnight. And now I'm waiting for a Uber and I'm gonna meet Youssef. He's a B2B SaaS founder. I don't tell you more, but yeah, he basically built a B2B SaaS with his co-founder Arnaud, and now I think they have around 7,000 users. So I'm gonna take the Uber, meet him in a studio and get an hour podcast with him. And if I'm lucky, I will have time to ask him a bunch of questions on Hong Kong because it's my first time here. And I really want to know what is the life here, except the rainy weather. I really want to know what the life is here and what is the SaaS founder community or even the founders community in Hong Kong. So yeah, pretty excited about it. So Youssef, what made you confident enough to attack such a weather?
And at the time, like, you gotta remember, it's doing that job, like, people were still doing stuff.
And big shout out to Monday Studio in Hong Kong. Thanks for having us. So tell me more about Hong Kong. You were about to tell me some stats on Hong Kong.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, Hong Kong is the most vertical city in the world, or at least one of the most. But what I can say is that oftentimes people, before they come to Hong Kong for the first time, they just imagine buildings everywhere. Like, yes, when you're in the city, you see buildings, of course, but across all of Hong Kong's territory, only 30% is built, 30. So that means like the 70% of non-buildings. What is there? There's like national parks, there's a mountain you can see just nearby, there's a lot of beaches. It's an archipelago as well, so you have a lot of islands. I mean, you do live on an island in Bali, so you're familiar with that. You don't always realize, but right now we're on Hong Kong Island. What I love about Hong Kong in my life here is that I have a range of options that go from being on the beach, being on a mountain, being in an office, doing a podcast, having lunch at a local or like a more fancy restaurant, whatever that is. Within maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes max reach. So it's super efficient and it's very approachable. Like, I mean, from my place where I live, I go like at least once a week. I walk up Victoria Peak, which is the main peak on Hong Kong Island, and it's pure nature, but I still live in the city.
And I discovered something in a vlog actually, that there's also White Sand Beach really close to Hong Kong, and I didn't know that. For me, like, Hong Kong was like this polluted city and there was nothing to do. But how far is it from Hong Kong?
I thought that too. I mean, that specific beach that you're talking about is my favorite beach in Hong Kong. From my place to there, so there's several ways how to get there. You can go by a boat, like a small speedboat. I recommend to do the hike because it's an easy hike, to be honest, like an hour maximum from the starting point. So it takes me 2 hours maximum from my place to the hiking spot, and then the hiking spot is an hour, but it's really worth it. The views are insane, and then you're on a white sand beach with no buildings around. Quand tu voyages comme ça, tu bosses aussi en même temps? We're gonna have all the specialties, the hagaos. This is shrimp, this is shumai, so pork and shrimp dumpling with some crab roll usually. We're gonna have barbecue pork buns. It's mostly, steamed in the bamboo baskets. One of my favorites, they only have it in this one here. It's the special here, so like there's the heart. Spring roll wrapped in a rice roll. I call it the Inception dim sum.
Back on my common shit. You think I'm preaching my conscience till niggas gripping your profit quick. If I got an image, mop it. If my glory coming out my pocket,
Hello, I'm happy you're back from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. How has it been since you came back?
It's good. I think it's always nice to be back home. I feel like it's nice to have some city life sometimes, but I love to live in this countryside. I love Bali, and every time I actually leave Bali, I'm always happy to be back.
Yeah, you always appreciate what you have more when you miss it, right?
Yeah, I appreciate you more as well.
Well, that's not what I was fishing for, but it's funny that we go to holiday what normal people's life is and the other way around, like really liking the city.
Yeah, we basically live in an holiday island and we like to go to cities as holiday. We rarely actually go anywhere else.
True.
We always go to cities, and that's nice, but that's totally the opposite that most people do.
I know that usually, and we both have that, but going to a city comes with a lot of new inspiration. Do you feel the same?
What I got from it is really taking a step back from everything I do here, so not working, take a break, made me realize that everything is working right now for me. Like, as I told you, my Instagram is at 12k followers now, my YouTube is at 11k subscribers, my X is going amazingly well. We just reached 11k MRR with Distribb, so basically everything is working, but still I'm trying to look for the next thing, while the truth is that everything is in front of my eyes right now and everything is actually working. So I should just keep doing the same thing instead of trying to do something new. Instead of doing things differently, I should just keep doing what I do for the next 12 months and I will reach all my goals. So yeah, that's what I got from it. It's just like I should just keep doing the same thing because it's crazy, but everything is working right now.
Yeah, well, I think that's a really nice lesson because being with you has really shown me how it's so much in you to always look for the next thing and always wanting to improve, and not meaning that continuing with what you do is not improving, but I think this is a really nice thing.
Electric scooter in Bali.
For real this time.
How is that for a backyard? No, you're not going.
There is this great philosopher named Conor McGregor. In one of his videos, he said, if you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. And I love this video because a few years ago, I had this vision of me moving 100% in English. I had my business in French. I am French. Everything was working for me in French. My audience was in French. So people around me were telling me basically that I was stupid to do that. I even met this guy in Chiang Mai that was one of the person I wanted to be my mentor. He actually became my mentor for a short period. And he told me that I was stupid to do that. I should stay in French. And maybe he was right. Maybe I would be more successful now if I stayed in French, but I wasn't aligned with that. And I knew for a fact that I was supposed to do content in English. I was supposed to be there. I wanted to be in this SaaS founder community on X. I wanted to do content about that. I wanted to have a podcast in English so I could invite everyone on it and not only French people. So I had this vision and I really believed in it. I knew that if I did the switch, even if the market is way more competitive, I knew that I could do it. But in between that vision and today, there was probably a year and a half. A year and a half of struggling because I switched everything from French to English. I lost all my audience. All my posts on X, on any platform, was going to cricket. I had no one liking my posts. Nothing was working. I sold my business, so I had money on the side, but I wasn't making any money at all. And from all this period, from January 2025 to today, it was a long struggle. And during this long struggle, I was doubting about myself, about my capabilities. I was asking myself if I could even make it again because I had absolutely no result. The only thing that kept me on track was the fact that I believed in myself and I believed in my own story. Without that, I would have given up 100 times. Today, as I told you before when I was working, everything is working. I am making really good money with the community, with the SaaS, with the sponsorship I get. And all of that works today because I believed in something a year and a half ago, even before that, and no one around me was believing in that, except maybe my fiance that always believed in me, which is an amazing thing to have in your life. But yeah, basically I struggled a lot all this time, I doubt a lot all this time, and now I'm in a position where everything is working. And I'm sharing that because I've been doing business for maybe 9 years now, and I've done that a lot of time. Starting a new project, struggling, then it works. Starting a new platform, struggling, then it works. And I know after multiple repetition of the same process that when you start something and you're stubborn enough, it's always working. So I knew in January 2025, when I did the switch from French to English, that it would work at one point. So I knew that. But maybe you, watching that, you have no idea yet because you just started. You have no experience, no proof that what you're doing right now will work at one point. So I wanted to share this story, and I wanted to share that with you because if you're starting something new right now and you're not sure yet if it will work or not, if you're stubborn enough, if you don't give up, it will eventually work at one point. And the last thing is that you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in the story, but you also have to love the process. If you're doing something right now that you don't like, switch, move. Because I did that 3 years ago. I started a business that I knew that I would not be happy with, and I still did it because I wanted to push myself, I wanted to prove something to myself, but also people around me. And that was a huge mistake because I built something big, but this big thing that was making big money wasn't making me happy at all. Of course, there is part of the process that are not enjoyable. There is a lot of things right now that I do that I don't like. For example, recording an intro of my podcast, I hate that, but I have to do it to have reach on YouTube. But I love recording the podcast. I love to talk to people on my podcast. That's what I do it. And the last thing, if you watch this whole vlog until now, I would really like you to share in the comments what you would like to see actually, because I'm sharing everything that I want to share, but I would like also to know you watching this video, what do you want to see actually in this vlog? Because I'm sharing my routine, and my routine is totally normal for me. So maybe you want to see more things in Bali. You want to learn a little bit more about my business, Distribb, about the community, about the podcast, whatever it is. I would love you to share that in the comments so I can actually change a bit this vlog and make sure that you get what you're looking for with this vlog.